convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Good evening and welcome to the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship matchup from Barneveld High School. The Pecatonica Vikings taking on the Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented by Cuba City Kieler and Darlington Family Dental and Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel live and archive coverage is powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical in Lely Center of Monroe. Welcome to the Raleigh Cheese pre-match show, presented to you by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Don't forget to tell that the Pecatonica Vikings are not supposed to be here. Don't tell them that,
yeah.
Because they felt at the beginning of the season that they were a team that was worthy of winning a conference championship. However, they had two teams ahead of them in Argyle and Barneveld that were ranked in the top 5 in the state of Wisconsin all throughout the season. The last team in the Six Rivers East still standing, the Pecatonica Vikings, but standing in their way, the one team that gave them the most fit, that gave everybody the fits, the Barneveld Golden Eagles Thursday night, gave them fits. The Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy and Rena, one thing looking at both of these teams, extremely young, and to get here, obviously, extremely talented.
Absolutely, and Barneveld took them to 4 sets Thursday night, so very competitive.
Absolutely competitive, and it's one that you try to look at it and say any given night, I think is the best way to truly look at it, is that any given night, any given team can win. You just have to have the talent to get there. And
that's why they play the games.
Right, and right now, both teams feel that they have the talent to get to the Rush Center. And this is your pre-match show presented to you by Raleigh's Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese, squeaky fresh cheese curds every Friday. You can still go to a few convenience stores and still pick them up today. I did this morning on my way to Platteville for UW Platteville Pioneer football that defeated the Titans of UW Oshkosh 21-14. There is a shoebox scoreboard update. We do have 3 games going on this evening on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Let's let you know the games that are going on. Our game here on 97.7 Country WGLR. St. Ambrose here in Barneveld taking on the Pecatonica Vikings. Over on X1071 and also the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is the Highland Cardinals taking on Wausau Newman. That game is at Riverdale. And then in Arcadia, Tyler Dictanis has a call of Fenimore versus Blair Taylor on Super Hits 106. All 3 matchups you can watch and listen on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. We are here and we will be live throughout. Speaking of coming up in just a few moments, had a chance to sit down and talk with the head coach of the Pecatonica Vikings, Melissa Schlimgen. You'll hear a lot about this evening between Pecatonica and between St. Ambrose. Family, big family ties with both teams. One that also involves us and then one with St. Ambrose, how they are family-oriented. As the teams take the court and the warm-ups begin, the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship matchup, the Pecatonica Vikings taking on the Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy. More after this timeout. You are listening to WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship Volleyball on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship from Barneveld High School, as it's St. Ambrose taking on the Pecatonica Vikings. We're now being joined by head coach of the Vikings and family members. Welcome back to Barneveld High School on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship from Barneveld High School, as it's St. Ambrose taking on the Pecatonica Vikings. We're now being joined by head coach of the Vikings and family member as well, Melissa Schlemgen. I actually am sitting down with an interview with you instead of just hanging out at a Christmas party or something. It almost feels odd, but it feels oddly right, because you and I are just sitting here talking, and now it's for a school you're coaching with a chance to do something that never happened in school history before going to state.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And family is like the connection, I think, with everything, and I couldn't be more honored that your family is here and taking such a big part in this really incredibly exciting moment for our school, for Pecatonica, and for my family. I get the pleasure to also coach my daughter on this team, and I actually feel like all of these girls and their families have become our family, so it's a fitting theme for sure.
And your brother-in-law is also working as a janitor here too, so I mean you talk about this as lining up almost kind of like a Cinderella story, but this is Pecatonica Vikings are no Cinderella story. Just because you were third in conference does not mean that you weren't good. Tell us how challenging the Six Rivers Conference East, the Six Rivers East really truly was during the regular season that helped battle test you to get to this point.
Oh my goodness, out of 80 plus teams in Division 5, we had 2 in the top 5 rated in the state, right, in our own little conference, and so our side of the conference. So you can imagine the competition that we faced to get us here, and I'm really, I think, blessed by that, because I think it shows that volleyball's deep in the blood of our girls here in Southwest Wisconsin, and they're doing such a great job in continuing to build these programs locally, which is great to be part of.
You know, one of our sponsors, Tyler McKeon, he was part of the first team for Peck to take Jim Strummond to state. And he's one of our sponsors with McKeon Landscaping. You know, this is something, you know, Pecatonica has seen a resurgence in sports. What has that meant to your girls after being down for a little bit of time? Now girls sports at Pecatonica has reached levels that legitimately we really haven't seen in 20, 30 years.
My goodness, and with what Jen Wilnitz is doing with the basketball program, with AP basketball, and then this is the first time in 31 years our girls have won a regional championship. And so it's pretty remarkable to build the community support. Thank you to all the sponsors. I know you mentioned Tyler, but I know that there's many from our Peck family. So just want to be so grateful for everyone who stepped up. The fire department's escorting us here today from Blanchardville and Hollandale. It's been a great ride.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your team. You talk about family. You have a couple of family members, you know, when you go with Dashers and you have Jornby, you have some real true Pecatonica names. How has this group become a family from the day one of practice, now on the cusp of going to the Resch Center?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. Sisters, siblings. We have sisters on my manager squad. We've got cousins. We've got me coaching my daughter, as I mentioned. So it's all about family. What I can say is that the culture of this team, I think, starts with the leadership of our seniors. If you look at our lineup and you see who kind of starts and who gets into action, it's a very young team. We're playing with 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores in our starting lineup, 2 juniors, and then the seniors that are really kind of rounding it out. And so they really have to step up and have a really key role in this, and really kind of the leaning in, mentoring, supporting, and just really kind of being that kind of uplifter in the moments that get tough. And this group of seniors have been incredible in doing that for us this season. We're
talking with head coach Melissa Schlimgen of the Pecatonica Vikings on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show on 97.7 Country WGLR. And let's talk about one of those seniors, Loretta Tisch. I was listening to RJ right here on this station after I was done with my match, that crazy 5th set, and seemed like her name was called all the time. How has she been a leader to really get all of the rest of the team to kind of really fall into what your vision has been for this Pecatonica Vikings volleyball team?
Yeah, I think 5'6" is what the roster says. Probably 5'5", 5.5. This girl is a powerhouse on the court. She can own the back row. She owns the front row. She just brings an incredible fire into our offense and our defense. And I would also say what I've seen different in Loretta this year is her ability to coach and mentor those younger girls. Especially, I mean, this is some of the toughest serve receive that some of these girls have seen as freshmen, and Loretta has gotten them positioned. Obviously, here we are today in the sectional finals to really be successful. Our passing has been a dynamic part of our success this year, for sure.
I know you have so much to do. I just have one final question for you. What's going to be the main key to the match for the Pecatonica Vikings to truly take the road to the Resch Center?
Yeah, setting up a really strong block on the outside and really managing that well throughout the night is going to be part of our success. Our continued passing, if we can run a really clean defense and get the ball into position to be able to then put that up for offense, I think it's going to position us really well. The other thing is finding those holes on the other side of the court, knowing when to take those moments to maybe, lightly place the ball on the other side or just continue to pound it down, right? And I think that will be key. Our girls, we've been working a lot on really strategy, looking at the other side of the court, making key decisions in key moments, and really trying to shut down some rallies. So, yeah.
Mel, I appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing a great one. And hey, let's do this in the post-match show celebrating. How's that sound?
Let's go.
All right. Thank you so much. I know you're busy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
Love you too. Melissa Schlimgen, the head coach of the Pecatonica Vikings, joining us here on a Raleigh Cheese pre-match show. The road to the Resch Center lives here on 97.7 Country WGLR and live video on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Well, DJ, just letting you know we're live on the YouTube channel, and you just heard everything going on with DJ Schlimgen. We're live on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. There's a break on 97.7 Country WGLR. We'll be back in just a moment, but DJ, first question I have for you before we go on air. How cool is this to watch your wife be the coach and see something that hasn't happened in Pecatonica in over 30 years?
Oh my God, this is one of the most amazing things I've seen. Melissa came in here last year, first year coaching. Lila, my daughter, it's just been the most amazing thing in the world. To see the gym packed all the time, it's been great.
And DJ, don't be surprised if I ask you the exact same question coming up in just a moment. Because when we go back live on 97.7 Country WGLR, but we're giving a little extra for our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel viewers. And thank you for tuning in. If you have me on Facebook, John Satterley, do not be afraid to send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'd love to be able to give shout-outs to everybody that is watching and listening across the nation. I know Vikings fans are watching all over. I heard Rachel and Ray's is watching. Corktown Saloon, they're one of our sponsors. Good fellas, they got it on. I think you have all of Southwest Wisconsin rooting for green and gold tonight. So
Absolutely.
DJ, we'll get to you in 1 second. We're coming back live on 97.7 Country. .97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship matchup from Barneveld High School as the Pecatonica Vikings are taking on the St. Ambrose Academy Guardians. Our Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented to you by Raleigh Cheese at the corners of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. And to be able to have an interview like that with head coach Melissa Schlimkin was absolutely amazing, but it came at a cost. And that cost is who we're being joined with right now, her husband, DJ Schlimkin, who's also assistant boys basketball coach, correct?
Yep.
So what has this meant for the Pecatonica community? The boys that you're coaching, a lot of the girls that are their classmates, they are great friends, a great student section showing up. What has the buzz been around school, getting ready for basketball season for the boys around this girls volleyball team?
Oh man, the buzz right now is insane because this is something that hasn't happened in 31 years for girls volleyball, but it's also like making the boys realize, oh my God, like this is something that we can accomplish this year. And with the gym being packed, like this is what they're looking forward to, and this is what they want to do. They want the gyms to be packed, and they want the success the girls are having, and it's been amazing for these girls.
Absolutely, and the kicker is too, when it comes to this, DJ, is that you had the boys baseball just make it to state a couple of years ago. So there's a lot of these young men that know what it's like to be at state. Yes, a different sport, but at the same time, they know that feeling. How do you channel that energy that you're able to, as a school district, thrive and be able to show the young men and young women, just because you're from a small school doesn't mean it isn't possible. It is possible, and it's happening right in front of your eyes.
Right. I mean, some of these boys that are sitting right in the student section were at state. They were managers for that state team. They seen the success. They seen the excitement. Even the ones that graduated from that state team are here tonight cheering on these girls for us to get a chance to go to state and do something special for the Pecatonica program that hasn't happened.
So we're talking with DJ Schlimkin. He is the JV boys basketball coach at Pecatonica High School. And to be able to do this in this building, I know what this community means to you. Your brother is the custodian here at Barneveld. You're both alumni from here. Then you're going to have, we're family with my wife, and then my daughter's going to be singing the national anthem.
Yep.
How does this feel when it comes to family to have everybody get a chance to do this? And if everything goes the Vikings' way this evening, to celebrate in this building for you as a family?
I will tell you, this is surreal. When we found out that this was going to be hosted in Barneveld and that we got the chance to play here, obviously, I was not able to play in this gym. I got to play in the old gym.
The old Eagle's Nest.
Yep. But for these girls and my daughter to be able to play and hopefully win to go to state in this gym where I graduated from, this is one of the best moments that I can say that in my life.
Absolutely. This is our pre-match show presented to you by Raleigh's Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. So we were talking about that with family. So with your wife, Melissa Schlimgen, being the head coach, I know you're obviously watching her, but watching your daughter, Lila, being able to thrive, being a sophomore and how young most of this group is. So you've known a lot of these girls. Was this something you saw possible, say, a few years ago during middle school volleyball? Like, ooh, if this group keeps improving the way we've seen them improve, this is a legitimate shot.
Oh, absolutely. So we came down here a couple years ago. Melissa coached the middle school program 2 years ago, and then took over the middle school or the high school program last year and convinced me to take over the middle school program for her. So
okay. So you're the middle school volleyball coach?
Yes.
Oh, see, now
Yes.
look at now. If you would have let off with that right away, this interview made more sense.
I've watched these girls grow. I have watched so many of these girls. And yeah, we are a very young team, and they just have the poise and the moxie, and like they're so good. They're so ready for this moment. Like I couldn't ask for a better group of girls for my wife to coach.
Absolutely. And what does this mean to the community that you've now adopted as being, your home now with Hollandale and Blanchardville, for them to welcome in a former member of the Battle of County K on the other side of it, to come in and help lead this youth group of young girls and bring pride back to the green and gold of the Pecatonica Vikings?
I could not ask for a better community to be a part of. We came in here, obviously coming from Barneveld, and they literally took us in and accepted us like we were here for our entire lives. And to see how excited this community is and the support that they're showing us over the last 2 weeks in playoffs has been absolutely amazing. And I don't think I could ever be a part of another community other than the Pecatonica Area School District.
DJ, it's so great to talk to you and get a chance to actually interview you on radio. Good luck to your wife, good luck to your daughter, good luck to the Vikings, and thank you for taking time out to kind of give us a little more backstory for the Pecatonica Vikings, as, again, it's all about family.
Yep.
And we'll see if we're going to be making a family trip to the Resch Center.
Man, I hope so, and all I got to say is let's go Peck.
All right, DJ, appreciate you.
All right, thank you, guys.
DJ Schlimgen, as you heard, the middle school volleyball coach for Pecatonica, plus assistant boys basketball coach for the Pecatonica Vikings, and Barneveld graduate. We are in Barneveld, so yes, if you're watching on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, yes, you are not seeing it wrong. We are in Barneveld, but this has almost become a home court for the Pecatonica Vikings. St. Ambrose Academy, the Guardians, they have brought a great contingent here this evening as well. We'll continue with more of your Raleigh Cheese pre-match show. We'll get your colors of the game, starting lineup, injury report, and more after this timeout. The road to the Resch Center lives here on 97.7 Country WGLR at the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Are you busy?
I got about 30 seconds.
Just wondering what the secret was to announcing volleyball compared to basketball.
Welcome back to Barneveld High School on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Cheese pre-match show, intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Also being joined by my lovely wife, Arena, as always this evening for volleyball broadcast, plus with our stats for football. You're looking forward to stats tonight. Let's take a look first at the colors of the game, presented to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. It is definitely a clash tonight where you have the Pecatonica Vikings with black jerseys with the fade into green on their sleeves. Green numerals with gold trim. Vikings across the chest. in green with gold outline, green numbers with gold outline. For St. Ambrose, they still have their warm-ups on, but their school colors are red and gold. So we will get more of that coming your way once they will take off their warm-ups. After their jerseys, they are red with white outline. The libero is black with white numerals, red outline. And along the back, it says Guardians. Those are and the libero for the Pecatonica Vikings, wearing the white jersey with green numerals and gold outline. We'll have your starting lineup coming up in just a moment, but it's about time to go courtside. Randy Gable of Barneveld Schools to get us all ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barneveld High School for tonight's WIAA Sectional Final between the Pecatonica Vikings and the St. Ambrose Academy Guardians. Pecatonica, St. Ambrose, Barneveld, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at these activities is a privilege. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem by Barneveld Senior Trina Satterley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was my daughter Trina Satterley singing our national anthem. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups presented to you by Fuller's Milkers Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for the brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkersCenter.com. First for St. Ambrose. They come in here as the number 2 seed. They knocked off number 1 seed Barneveld in 4 sets on Thursday night to get here. For St. Ambrose Academy Guardians, head coach Lisa Schell, a 5'8" freshman wearing number 1, Rosie Schell. The libero is a senior wearing number 4 at 5'4", Lily Zellner. A senior wearing number 5, she's 5'8", Junie Westby. Monica Spees is a sophomore, 5'8", wearing number 7. Wearing number 10, she's a 6'1" senior. She's the coach's daughter, Penny Schell. A junior, 5'5", a sophomore, wearing number 11, that's 5'5", Grace Zellner. And Ashley Buss is a 5'6", sophomore, wearing number 14. Now the Pecatonica Vikings starting lineup under head coach Melissa Schlimgen. The liberos, a freshman, 5'3", number 1, Ella Orloff. A freshman at 5'4", number 3, Brooklyn Mensch. Lila Schlemgen is a sophomore, 5'8", wearing number 4. Wearing number 8, Aaliyah Harris. She's a 5'10", junior. Loretta Tisch, 5'6", senior, wearing number 10. Tatum Kirshner is a 5'9", senior, wearing number 12. And Isla Jornby, she is a 5'9", sophomore, wearing number 14. Those are your starting lineups presented to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Injury report presented to you by Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. The good news is no injuries to report for either team, from what I was told from both head coach Melissa Schlemgen or Lisa Shell. So, Raina, great news on both sides that we have, other than normal wear and tear for the regular season, we are seeing 2 healthy teams in the last stop before the rec center.
And that's got to be a relief for both coaches.
Absolutely. We are at the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. The Ayers Furniture best seat in the house. Ayers Furniture, downtown Ridgeway, for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home for what's sure to be the best seat in your house. Be sure to visit Ayers Furniture at AyersFurniture.com. Again, a full house here in Barneveld. There are a few seats available, but not many, so a great crowd making the trek up County K and Highway 78 from Blanchardville and Hollandale, and a really good trek as well by Madison St. Ambrose Academy Guardians, not far down the road, so almost a perfect place to host a sectional final.
It's nice to see so many fans for St. Ambrose. We don't normally see a large contingent of fans for a private school, so this is nice to see.
You're right. I think the only place we really saw that was following Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. We'd always see the Royals against Barneveld, and they had a very good contingent.
Well, I think they, because of their success, had pulled from other communities too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was your pre-match show presented to you by Raleigh's Cheese House. At the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County, don't forget the cheese. We will go through our shoebox scoreboard presented to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Thank you for joining us here on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM, Lancaster, Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena, a Queen Bee radio station. On the video, Pecatonica will be on the left, St. Ambrose on the right. You can actually see our broadcast location, the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. If you are watching on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, we are right straight across. So you
Top of the bleachers.
I'm looking at it going, yep, you can see us. Yep. I think it's the first time that we have actually been on the camera angle.
I think so.
So St. Ambrose will serve first.
Isabel Vargas.
Isabel Vargas, she will serve. He'll be taken to the back row by the Vikings here near side, going for the tip kill into the net by Loretta Tisch. Point, however, for Pecatonica into the net was Rosie Shell, 1-0 Peck. The Vikings get a break. I asked them not to do that too before the game, but they didn't listen to me. So now serving for the Vikings, that is Loretta Tisch. High in the air, going for the kill attempt into the net by Rosie Shell. It's 2-0 Vikings.
Loretta Tisch, a name we've called lots of times over the last few years.
Absolutely.
Since she was a freshman playing on varsity.
Serve by the Vikings. Tisch near the net. It'll be a kill attempt, and that will be on the line. Point for St. Ambrose.
That's a nonchalant call by the line judge.
That was Rosie Shell with the kill. Now serving for the Guardians is Ashley Buss. She will run up and have the jump right-hand serve. Taken in the middle, and it will be off kilter and out of play. We're tied at 2. I think a little bit of nerves in the back row there for the Vikings. Look like Kayla Dasher is now into the game for the Vikings. 2-2, just underway from Barneveld High School. serve with the right hand, taking the back row. Again, a little bit of an issue. Here to the near side, it'll go hit over and down. That's a kill for Brooklyn Mensch, 3-2 Vikings.
Now that one I'm okay with.
She's a freshman.
Nice set from Loretta Tisch, veteran.
Now to serve, Ella Orloff. Orloff serve, high and deep. Taken in the back row by Zellners. Tapped over, taken by the Vikings. Into the front, quick set, kill attempt. It's going to be down. Kill for the Vikings. And that was by Aaliyah Harris. 4-2 Vikings. A blackout here for the student section of Pecatonica. A red out for St. Ambrose Academy. Serve over, taken in the back row. Now toward the front, kill attempt, dug out back row. Looks like it'll be an overpass. No, near the net, kept alive. High, touched the ceiling, keeps it alive. Here to the far side, going down, and that will be blocked. Blocked by Rosie Shell. Pulls St. Ambrose within one. It's 4-3 Pecatonica. Loud and proud crowd here for both sides. Viking students into it. After the serve by Rosie Shell. Here to the near side. Kill attempt. It'll be tipped at the tape. Kept alive by St. Ambrose. Far side. Kill attempt. And that's down by Penny Shell. It's 4-4. Her name in the program is Penelope Shell, but her mom, the head coach, says she goes by Penny. So please call her Penny. So we will. Rosie Shell serves, taken back row by the Vikings. Quick back set, goes for the kill, dug out near the net. Pecatonica is ready for it, second hit, hitting it over. Taken by Grace Zellner, kill attempt, and that's going to be a point for St. Ambrose. As Penny Shell went for the kill, the block was set up, but it went out of play. It's now 5-4 St. Ambrose.
An open block, so they weren't tilted in.
Jump serve by Rosie Shell. Quick set, gonna go for the tip kill. Kept alive by St. Ambrose near the net, and it'll be point for St. Ambrose.
Over the top.
Yep, going over the net was Aaliyah Harris.
Yep.
She's looking at going, what did I do? No, she did go over.
She was over. I'm right on the net line.
See, this is the vantage point that I like right here, because now we're behind the floor official. The officials wearing their blue here tonight. Serve is going to be deep. That might have been out of play, but too close to let go. Oh, what a kill! Oh, Brooklyn Mensch just destroyed that one. 6-5. Man, that had a little extra on it.
Yep.
Tatum Kirshner to serve. Running jump, right-handed serve. Low line driver over the net. There'll be a free over. No, it won't even get over. Point Pecatonica. We're tied at 6. Tonight's matchup brought to you in part by Corktown Saloon in Blanchardville. Head to Corktown Saloon for great times, great food. Follow Corktown Saloon on Facebook with daily lunch specials and entertainment every weekend. Corktown Saloon just outside of Yellowstone Lake. Going to go for the tip kill attempt was Aaliyah Harris. Now setting up far side for Shell. Dog out back row. Kept alive by the Vikings, and it'll be freed over. Now St. Ambrose on offense, high in the air. Going near the net. Dug out by the Vikings. Near the net is going to be a kill attempt for Aaliyah Harris. Now it's going to be miscommunication on the St. Ambrose side. Pecatonica reclaims a 1-point advantage at 7-6. Tonight's matchup brought to you by Cooners Main Street Market.
That's creative.
Your small town grocery store, the Big Heart Shop. Cooners in Blanchardville, and follow them on Facebook to see their specials. Cooners Main Street Market. There'll be a back set in the middle of the court. There'll be dug out back row by Orloff. Here to the near side, it'll be freed over by Mensch. Now St. Ambrose trying to run something near the net, going for the kill attempt, and that's going to be down. Another kill for Penny Shell. We are knotted up at 7. Tonight's matchup brought to you by Tri-State Directional Drilling. Proud to partner with area businesses and communities to provide underground solutions at the highest standard since 2012. Tri-State Directional Drilling, Hollandale. Serving Grace Zellner for the Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy. Low line driver taken in the back row by Loretta Tisch. Toward the front, going for the tip kill. It is tipped at the tape, diving after it for St. Ambrose, going near the net. Kill attempt, dug out by the Vikings, but not able to keep it up and alive was Tatum Kirshner. Is now 8-7 Guardians. Tonight's matchup brought to you by McKean's Landscape Services, specializing in lawn care and softscape services. And don't let the snow slow you down this winter. Count on McKean's for fast, reliable snow removal all winter long. Check them out online and on their Facebook page. Set on the back, it'll go over, it'll be in the middle, dug out beautifully by Zellner. Now Pecatonica going on offense, quick set, coming in, but it's blocked. That looked good by Aaliyah Harris, but the block was even better for St. Ambrose to go up 9-7.
Yeah, I'm giving that one to Penny Shell.
Again, when there are two of them there, I'll let you be the technical operator when it comes to the statistics. That one's going to go a little bit cattywampus and throw over by the Vikings, and it down! That was one of those free balls that St. Ambrose, they couldn't handle it. And one key I'm seeing right now, Raina, is that almost right in the middle is wide open for St. Ambrose.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing the edges a little more than average teams do.
Running jump serve by Brooklyn Mensch. That'll be a kill attempt to the back row taken by Mensch. Bump set near the net, freed over by the libero Orloff. Quick set for the Guardians, taken by the Vikings near side. High in the air, going for the kill attempt into the net by Loretta Tisch. 10-8 in favor of St. Ambrose. Winner of this matchup will play at the Resch Center in Green Bay.
Chase Hirsch into the game for the Vikings.
9 a.m. on Thursday. Both semifinals take place at the same time on two courts at the Resch Center. Set here to the near side, kill attempt. That's going to be dug out back row by Zellner. High in the air, kill attempt by Buss. That will go down 11-8 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy. St. Ambrose Academy to get here. They had to defeat Barneveld. They had to defeat Madison Country Day. They also defeated Faith Christian. Serve is going to be deep, but taken by the Vikings. Oh, what a play to keep it alive.
Outside the pin.
That I'm not sure. It looked close from my angle here.
Well, but the line judge down there was waving the flag. That means that it's outside the pin.
Okay. It looked really close to my angle.
Well, it's right in front of the head referee, too.
Exactly. There's a service error by Penny Shell. Rare mistake for the Guardians.
I really hope they curb that if Pecatonica wins this, because they will not win any sportsmanship awards at state doing that.
High in the air, far side. It'll be a kill attempt. Back row dug out by the Vikings. There will be an overpass. Kept alive over to the other side again. Pecatonica's ready for it. Here in the middle, it'll be going to the back row on the send over by Aaliyah Harris. From the back row into the net by Penny Shell.
That back row kill attempt we've seen go awry for a lot of teams.
You may see that be successful at the Big Ten and college level. At the high school level, it doesn't seem to be nearly as effective.
Nope.
High there, going for the back row again. That one will be effective. Here to the front is going to be a kill attempt, blocked. Trying to go after it was Loretta Tisch, but the Guardians were there and they were ready for it. It's 13-10 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy.
That one I'm giving to Junie Westby.
And they've got a really good block set up.
They do.
Pecatonica has not been able to really get through that at all.
They don't have the height that St. Ambrose does.
And a Rice to serve. Here it'll be a punch over, and they're going to say in the net.
Loretta Tisch.
Yep, Loretta Tisch into the net. Her and Junie Westby, they collided underneath the net. 14-10 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy.
That's what Coach Schlimgen said. We got to control the errors.
Exactly. There'll be a set going to the back row. Kill attempt. Now that'll go to the back row, taken by Rice. From the back row, a kill attempt by Penny Shell. High in the air, near side. Harris for the kill attempt, dug out. Now high in the air, St. Ambrose going for the kill attempt, and that is going to be down. Give that kill to Ashley Buss. 15-10 in favor of St. Ambrose. And timeout. Pecatonica will take one as well on 97.7 Country, WGLR, on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Bytech Resource Management. Visit bytechresourcemanagement.com to learn more about their services in Green Mission. Greener Way Bytech Resource Management of Monroe and JNR Underground, building tomorrow's utilities today. JNR Underground of Blanchardville. For employment opportunities, to learn more, visit jrundergroundllc.com. After the timeout, Pecatonica going on offense. Kill attempt dug out by the Vikings. Will be sent toward the back row. Kept alive by Penny Shell. Kill attempt to the back row. Dug out by the Vikings. Orloff near the net. Was it tipped? No, it was not. Point for St. Ambrose Academy, 16-10. 4-0 run
Isla Jornby just a little hard on that one.
for the Guardians. Bump set, now quick set going for the kill attempt. Kept alive at the net. Now bump set near the net, and that's going to be dug out by the Vikings and kept alive, sent over by Orloff. High in the air in the middle, blocked by the Vikings. Kept alive, but it's down. Vikings with a beautiful defensive stop there.
That's the side out they needed.
Absolutely. 16-11 in favor of the Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy. Vikings now on the serve.
Kayla Dasher.
Her serve is going to be taken in the back row by the libero Zellner. Freed over. Now the Vikings go on offense. Bump set to the near side, going for the kill attempt. Still kept alive by St. Ambrose. It'll be, it looked like it was going to be a free attempt. Kept alive by the Vikings. Now it killed to the back row. Dug out by the libero Zellner. Now it'll be hit to the back row for the Vikings. Kept alive by their libero. Running up and going near side, and it will be out. Trying to go a no look on that one by Loretta Tisch, and it went just wide. It's now 17-11 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy.
It was a good idea. There was nobody covering right there, but
just went a little wide.
Too far.
Yep. Right idea, just the execution wasn't where they wanted it to be. That's all. Serve taken by the Vikings. Set in the air off the top of the tape. Kept alive by Isabel Vargas. Standing one-hander over by Buss. Now the Vikings, quick set here near side, and that goes into the net. Going after that, Loretta Tisch. She's got a little bit of anger on that one. She had a little extra. She just needs those up a little bit higher. Up just a little higher, that's all.
And she can kill him.
Oh, absolutely. Again, the only losses Peck had was to Argyle and to Barneveld. Both were ranked top 5 in state of Wisconsin in Division 5. Now St. Ambrose on offense. Quick set in the middle, going for the kill attempt. It's dug out by the Vikings. Sent over to the near side. It's Zellner. Now Zellner, that looked like it might have been outside of the antenna. Not called. It'll be hit over and tipped. Point Vikings. I think everybody was holding their breath going, is that?
I think they were.
Just because some of them you think that it's going to be tipped, some of it just goes off the top of the tape. You're not exactly sure.
Tisch to serve.
Loretta serve off the top of the tape, and an ace! 18-13.
The friendly bounce.
Yes, it was. Hit the top of the tape and just flipped right over. How many of those have we seen that those will stay on the serving side net? High, deep one, and that will be a service error.
There.
Right. Combine both
First
of them.
service error for the Vikings tonight.
Combine both of those, and they were probably perfect.
They were.
Serving for St. Ambrose Academy is Ashley Buss. High floater taken by Harris here to the near side, going for the kill attempt.
That was blocked.
That was absolutely blocked. Trying again, going for the tip kill. That's down. Brooklyn Mensch, the freshman. Boy, is she impressive. She is 5'4", but she plays like she's 5'9".
She must have some good vertical as well.
She does. Absolutely. Serving Ella Orloff. Bump in the back row, far side, going for the kill attempt. Hard cross court and down by Penny Shell, making it 20-14, St. Ambrose Academy.
Well, we know where her favorite place to hit from is.
Back row?
You see, no, the left side. So you see when she gets over close to there, she'll rotate over.
Service error for St. Ambrose. Point Vikings 20-15. Vikings need to go on a run here.
That's something we don't normally see. They're stacking the back row.
Right. Serve over, low line driver, kept alive by Zellner, standing one-hander over. Back row taken by Harris. Here to the near side, flying in, it's tipped, kept alive in the back row by Buss. Now going for the tip kill, and that's down. Beautiful play by Penny Shell. 21-15 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy. That was just one that went off the palm of the hand and just was able to just curve over the block and fall harmlessly to the
Another
ground.
veteran move.
Absolutely. Here's the serve over by Grace Zellner. Set in the air, going to the back row, punched around, kept alive, almost a lift, but nothing called, and it will be down 22-15. We've seen those same type of hits, Raina, that have been called lifts that look awkward.
They do.
You know, and that looked awkward. Not saying it was a lift, but we've seen that one called.
We have.
Serving is Grace Zellner for St. Ambrose Academy. Quick set, kill attempt, back row, kept alive, somehow freed over by the Guardians. Now Vikings on offense, quick set, going for the kill, high in the air, hits off the ceiling, goes over to the bench. That will be freed over by St. Ambrose. Now offense, it's Pecatonica, near side, going down. That's a point, another kill for Brooklyn Mensch. 22-16, Vikings trailing.
Vikings need to go on a run here.
Well, we said that last time too, so, but why not right now? Second time's a charm.
They're running out of
Opportunities
room for
in this
error.
first set. Back set, kill attempt, that'll be down. Ella Orlock could not handle the heat from Penny Shell. It's now 23-16 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy here in set number one. We'll have your stats of the set coming your way in a moment, but now let's take a quick timeout. Pecatonica's taking one, so are we on 97.7 Country WGLR. St. Ambrose Academy with a 23-16 lead on our shoebox scoreboard here at Barneveld High School against Pecatonica, and that will be an ace that will paint the back line. Set point number one for St. Ambrose Guardians.
I'd like to see the Vikings serve receivers back up towards the line on the serve, as we've seen other teams do.
Jump serve, barely clearing the net, kept alive by the Vikings. Kill attempt, it will be rejected. Actually, they will call that a block, sending it over is Harris. Now high in the air, going for the kill attempt. The back row was Buss. Now offense for Pecatonica, flying in, tip kill attempt, dug out back row. It'll be freed over by Zellner. Vikings, bump set, push set, high attempt, it's gonna be blocked, it's gonna be down, point and set, go to St. Ambrose Academy. 25-16 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy Guardians, set number one. We'll be back with your stats of the set and more after this timeout. The WIAA Volleyball Road to the Rush Center lives here on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are live on 97.7 Country WGLR. Set number 1 goes to St. Ambrose Academy by a score of 25-16. Tonight's matchup being brought to you by Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Lane Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle but for yourself as well. Quality Settings fuel products that will keep you on the go. The South Lane Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Lane. Also presented to you by Land's End. Last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time's running out to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boosts your holiday budget. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun. To Barneveld on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Look, we're having a little bit of a glitch with our signal here in Barneveld for some apparent reason, but if you're noticing a few things kind of glitching, we do apologize. We're trying to work on that as we go. 1-0 in favor of St. Ambrose here in set number 2, and now it's 1-2-1. 1-1 is our score. And stats of the set from that first set. St. Ambrose over Peck, 13-6 kills, 10-5 on assists, 19 digs for Peck to 16 for St. Ambrose, 8-1 blocks, 2-1 aces, 2-1 tip kills, 2-1 service errors, and service percentage 92% for St. Ambrose, 94% for Pecatonica. As the Vikings hit it into the net, it's now 2-1 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy. Try to get everything going around here on 97.7 Country WGLR and our shoebox scoreboard update. Back set, quick set. Oh, that was powerful but wide. Looking to probably hit to contact on that play by Aaliyah Harris. Actually,
that was a frustration hit.
Sorry, that was Loretta Tish. My apologies. 3-1 is your score. 25-20, Highland defeated Wausau Newman, set number 1.
Way to go, Cardinals.
That'll be a kill attempt, back row, dug out by St. Ambrose. It'll be freed over by Shell near the net. Quick set going for the tip kill was Aaliyah Harris. Now tip kill by St. Ambrose, Grace Zellner. 4-1 Guardians. They took set number 1, 25-16 on our shoebox scoreboard update. Serve into the back row taken by Harris. Quick set coming in there, blocked. Aaliyah Harris with a kill attempt. It was Loretta Tish, with the first hit. 5-1. And right now it seems like Pecatonica's having a hard time really getting anything offensively going.
They're having trouble hitting around the block for St. Ambrose.
Offense here for Pecatonica just looks a little bit convoluted, and now it's just going to be freed over. High in the air, kill attempt, dug out by Pecatonica. Running one-hander sent over near the net, and a point for Pecatonica. There's what you need to do, Raina. They're really good with their defense. They just need to get them just a little bit out of
Just a little
system.
bit.
Serve over for the Vikings. High in the air, sent over to the Vikings. Now it's going to be high. Kill attempt, and it'll be a block, but out. Point Vikings for Brooklyn Mensch. 5-3. And Reyna, since had to go back to 12 to 13 to 18 when they had a couple points in a row. So the Vikings need to get something sustained here in set number 2. High in the air, kill attempt, tip.
The Guardians have shown they have no trouble keeping momentum sustained.
Absolutely, running one-hander is down. Brooklyn Mensch makes it 5-4 in favor of St. Ambrose, but 3 points in a row. And maybe
she's deceivingly effective.
I'm going to say maybe Brooklyn Mensch is the key.
Maybe.
Because when she's been going on offense trying to be an outside hitter is when Pecatonica seems to have had their best system. And that was going to be just a service error too long by Tatum Kirshner. 6-4 in favor.
Substitution for the Guardians.
West End Salvage at Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Cranston, the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage, Lancaster, serve over, taken to the back row by the Vikings Mensch. Bump, now be freed over by Loretta Tisch. Quick set for the St. Ambrose, blocked at the net, kept alive for the Vikings. Bump set here to the near side. Mensch will get blocked, kept alive by the Vikings, and it'll be just a tip kill attempt over, but it'll be dug out by Penny Shell. Blocked at the net by the Vikings, hit to the back row. Right there, ready for it is Orloff. Here to the near side, Mensch, dug out in the back row. Now sent over on the second hit, kept alive by the Vikings. Back set, tipped at the tape, kept alive in the back row by St. Ambrose. Now it'll be Penny Shell again, but that's wide. 6-5, Vikings within 1. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Brooklyn Mensch with the jump serve, floating to the back row,
Probably
taken by
out.
Zellner. Well, too close to call. They'll be
close enough to play.
Penny Shell.
That would have been close.
Penny Shell with the kill on that. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Now serving Penny Shell. Jump serve. That was toward the side. High in the air with the bump set. Kill attempt by Loretta Tisch. Now the Guardians on offense. Kill attempt by Ashley Buss. Now the Vikings on offense running tip kill attempt. Dug out by Buss. Now from the back row, it'll be Penny Shell tipping it over and down 8-5. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. 8-5 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy here in set number 2. The Guardians took set number 1, 25-16. Back row bump set will be freed over by Orloff. A little bit out of position here are the St. Ambrose Academy, but taking care of that was Monica Speece with the kill, making it 9-5. McNutt Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNutt Electric, Belmont. And Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Penny Shell is ready to serve. Right in the middle, dug out by Orloff, and from the back row, hit over by Harris. High set, going to the far side, and that out of self-defense was hit by Tatum Kirshner on the kill for St. Ambrose. Ashley Buss, and timeout is going to be called. We will keep it right here as timeout is called by Pecatonica, trailing 10-5. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you the use of the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offers subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville. Need funds fast? A buy local loan from Wisconsin Bank and Trust allows you to use the funds for any purpose. Replace a broken water heater, upgrade your furniture. Funds are typically available within 2 to 3 business days. Visit WisconsinBankandTrust.com to get started today. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And by Bryan's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Bryan's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Bryan's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. Running serve for Penny Shell. Taken the middle by Orloff. Quick set. Tip kill attempt is going to be down for the Vikings. Aaliyah Harris able to pull the Vikings within 5 at 10 to 6. Claire Bank, where they're 8 convenient locations, Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Serve over, taken in the back row by Shell. High in the air, bust for the kill attempt. Dug out by the Vikings, chasing after it, kept alive, but it goes into the student section. 11-6 St. Ambrose. Applied Micro is your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, appliedmicro.biz. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City, Highland State Bank, WCC Custom Apparel in Kieler. Vikings, quick set, running in there and flying. It's going to be on the line.
Now that's the Loretta Tisch we're used to seeing.
11-7 is your score. That one said it was on the line. Now St. Ambrose students are saying, we can't hear you. Okay, I think Peck fans have been pretty loud this evening. High in the air, going for the backs from the back row, dug out. Now here to the near side, coming flying in is a Loretta Tisch, but kept alive by St. Ambrose. Hit over and on the side and down. 12-7. Great placement there by St. Ambrose Academy.
Very talented squad.
Yes, they are. And young, too.
Yeah, you couldn't really tell that on the video last night when I was trying to get score updates with
2 nights, you mean?
2 nights ago with Barneveld
Yeah,
versus St.
I know what
Ambrose.
you meant. But you'd say the same thing to me.
It was hard to tell, but
You'd say the same thing to me.
See him
if it
in
was,
person is, something different.
High in the air, it'll be a miss hit by Isabel Vargas. Point for the Vikings, 12-8. Breckler Insurance Agent, Breckler Insurance Group, for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Quick set in the middle, and it'll be wide. Point for the Vikings, 12-9. Huh?
Not tipped.
Nope. Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Serve by
I think
Loretta
that would
Tisch.
have been out. She got lucky.
And that it will be an ace. Bouse Electric, call Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster and Fenimore. And Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer, Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. That one's out. That one sailed on the serve by Loretta Tisch. 13-10 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy. Yeah, we do apologize for some of the buffering issues that we are having here at Barneveld School District, probably because of all the people in here.
Blame the Wi-Fi bandwidth, right?
Yeah, but how many people are using it? I mean, but honestly, you think about it. A lot of people are using it. So again, we do apologize. We're trying to work on that as much as we can. It's also kind of affecting our commercials too. Quick flip over, taken by Penny Shell. Hit into the air, dug out the back row by Orloff. Here to the near side, flying in for the kill attempt, dug out by Zellner. Still flying after it are the Guardians of St. Ambrose. Quick set, flying in, dug out again by Buss in the back row, freed over. Now Pecatonica, set high in the air, back set, will be taken, flying around. 2 players hit the ground, far side, tip kill down. Penny Shell, the senior, has really taken charge of this team in this matchup.
I wouldn't be surprised to see her play the next level.
Agreed. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Bump set by Orloff and then freed over by the Vikings. Now give St. Ambrose a chance. They'll be right in the middle and down on a kill by Rosie Shell. 15-10. Identical score from set 1. Now we see it in set 2. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. And Lately Center Monroe, you call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lately Center Monroe. High in the air, coming in for the kill attempt. That will be down by Brooklyn Mensch. 15-11. That's a big point for Pecatonica. Community First Bank. For you and the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com, member FDIC. Ella Orloff to serve with the right hand to the back row. That's taken by Penny Shell. High in the air, back to Penny. She'll go for the kill attempt. Dug out in the back row by the Vikings. And now sent over and down. That's a point for Loretta Tisch. 15-12, Vikings within 2.
Harris with a nice bump set on that one.
Absolutely. Vikings feeling like they're getting a little bit of momentum here in set number 2 that they really haven't had all match. High in the air, far side, kill attempt, cross court is down. That by Penny Shell. 16-12. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets Highland, TriStar Mulch Cobb, and Platteville. Jump serve by Rosie Shell, taken by the Vikings. Near the net, going for the left-hand tip kill is Aaliyah Harris, taken by the Guardians. Now that's a hard kill down the line. Penny Shell just destroyed that one. 17-12 in favor of St. Ambrose.
This is the most dangerous part of the Guardian rotation.
Yes.
Rosie Shell has served more than any other player tonight.
Yep.
Thus far.
And she is a freshman. Her serve floats over, standing one-hander over, trying to catch St. Ambrose off guard. It didn't quite work. Now the Guardians, they'll be dug out, and now hit back over, going right back once again to Loretta Tisch. Now going for the tip kill is Mensch, but there once again is Penny Shell. She'll be blocked, but it'll be down. It'll be a point for St. Ambrose Academy, and she has definitely taken over this contest.
Definitely.
Tonight's matchup brought to you by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services, more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services, southwesthealth.org. A service error by St. Ambrose makes it 18-13. Now the Vikings get to go on the serve.
Yep.
Serve by Tatum Kirshner, deep in the back row. They'll be flying in. They'll be blocked. Kept alive by the Vikings. Now will be just pushing it back over, keeping it alive. St. Ambrose, but it'll go wide, and a point for the Vikings, 18-14.
There they got St. Ambrose out of system.
Hermson's Ace Hardware, Home Center Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington, and Platteville. Low line drive ace for the Vikings, 18-15. Beautiful serve by Tatum Kirshner.
Only the third ace of the night for the Vikings.
Well, they'll take every single one of them they can
Absolutely.
get. Running jump serve going right back to the middle, taken by Zellner. Tip kill attempt by Penny Shell. It'll be freed over by the Vikings. Now going once again near the net. Tipped at the tape, kept alive by Orloff. Here to the near side, flying in for the kill attempt is Brooklyn Mensch, chasing after, kept alive by St. Ambrose, but a mishit. Miscommunication.
Yep.
Makes it 16 serving 18. Pecatonica within 2.
That's what they need to do.
That's now starting to get, and timeout is going to be called by St. Ambrose. St. Ambrose, timeout. We'll keep it here, 18-16. The Guardians lead the Pecatonica Vikings. And tonight's matchup brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair insulation, and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Russell Law Offices, local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices, Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Also brought to you by Bytech Resource Management. Visit bytechresourcemanagement.com to learn more about their services on Green Mission. Greener Way, Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. And McKeon's Landscape Services, specializing in lawn care and softscape services. But don't let the snow slow you down this winter. Count on McKeon's for fast, reliable snow removal all winter long. Check him out online. Give my buddy Tyler a call and let him help you out. Serve by the Vikings, taken by, now back to the Vikings. Go to the back row, it'll be a left. There were 2 hits. That one.
I don't know that I agree with that call.
It was the way the rotation was.
They've let a lot go tonight.
Considering what they've let go, I absolutely agree with you. If they had been calling it tight, definitely a call that deserves to be made, but that one, okay.
No questionable.
Serve over by Grace Zellner. Bump set, now pushed to the back row by Tatum Kirshner. Bump set, flying in. That'll be a kill by guess who? Penny Shell. 20-16 now in favor of Pecatonica trails St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. Grace Zellner with her serve over. Taken by the Vikings in the back row. Here to the near side, going for the kill attempt. It'll be dug out by Grace Zellner. High in the air, freed over. Now Pecatonica trying to get something on offense. Quick set, standing one-hander way too deep. That by Aaliyah Harris. 21-16. Pecatonica still has one timeout remaining in this second set. Probably use it. Coach Melissa Schlimgen will probably use that here if they don't get the side out.
Probably.
Serve over, taken, back set for the Vikings, going for the kill attempt. That's down! Brooklyn Mensch with the kill. 21-17. Vikings within 4.
And she'll serve.
Vikings with the serve. Mensch sends it over. Back row taken by Zellner. Quick set, running up at it. Low line driver by Shell. High in the air, kill attempt. That's down. Give the kill to Loretta Tisch. Vikings within 3. 21-18. It almost seems like the Vikings fans here need to kind of help will their team to win. The students are doing it. Serve over by Mensch. Dug out back row by Shell. Shell will stand one hand over. Dug out by the Vikings. Bump set coming in from the back row. That's to be sent over by Harris. Now high in the air for the left side, dug out. Vikings, great positioning. Here to the near side, going to the back. Oh, it's in! Loretta Tisch pulls the Vikings within 2. 3 in a row for the Vikings. 21-19. St. Ambrose still holds the lead. But here come the Vikings. Back row, dug out by Zellner. Back set, standing one-hander over. Now it's Orloff. Here to the near side, coming in for the kill. That's going to be high in the air. Hits the ceiling, kept alive, and it will be freed over. Kept alive, but a beautiful play. Another dig by St. Ambrose, standing one-hander over. Now the Vikings going on offense. Bump set. Here to the near side. Hit, block, kept alive by the Vikings. Hit to the near side with the left hand, going cross court, and it's down. Vikings within 1. Vikings fans on their feet.
Finally.
Sometimes, fans don't understand how much they alter what's going on. When you're supporting, you need to get into it. Served by Mensch, back row. Taken on a back step, going for the kill attempt. Tip at the tape, kept alive by the Vikings. Still alive, but it goes into the student section, 22-20. St. Ambrose with the lead and the serve. Cooners Main Street Market is your small-town grocery store, the Big Heart. Shop Cooners in Blanchardville and follow them on Facebook to see their specials. Cooners Main Street Market. Penny Shell serve deep in the back row. Kept alive by the Vikings. Now hit to the back row, taken by Shell. Quick set, far side, going for the kill, and that would have been too deep, but kept alive by the Vikings. Tip kill, that's going to be down. 22-21, Vikings within 1. After the kill by Loretta Tisch. On the serve will be Aaliyah Harris. 22-21 Vikings trail set number 2. They trail the match 1-0. High in the air going from the back row, and that will be down and in. 23-21. Once again,
not sure what the Vikings were doing there.
Penny Shell with that.
She is so dominant no matter where she is on the court.
And she is 6'1", and she definitely utilizes her height to her advantage.
Absolutely.
The Vikings take the serve near the net, flying in. It's going to be dug out somehow by Zellner. From the back row, it's tipped and down. Penny Shell again makes it set point, and timeout will be called by the Vikings. 24-21. in favor of St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. Tonight's matchup is being brought to you in part by Land's End. Last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time's running up to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boost your holiday budget. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun. McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need. Agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric, Belmont. Mid-match report coming up, presented to you by McNett Electric in just a moment. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you the use of the equity in your home to do all the things you want. Stop at the Mountain City Bank to apply. Offers subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at MountainCityBank.com. And Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, when you are ready. St. Ambrose all on their feet. They are ready as they are on set point number 1. They serve over to Pecatonica. Near side, kill attempt, and that's going to be tipped around and down. Point for the Vikings. 24-22. Vikings need to score at least 2 more to send this to extras in set number 2. On the serve will be Kayla Dasher, the freshman. Her jump serve will be taken middle of the back row. Kill attempt. Dug out somehow by the Vikings. Near side, back row, down. Loretta Tisch found the opening. Vikings within 1, 24-23.
Viking fans up. Some of them.
Kayla Dasher running right-hand serve by the fiery redhead. Taken to the back row, going for the kill attempt. Taken by the Vikings. Kept alive, will have to be freed over by Orloff. Now near the net, quick set, tip, kill, dug out by the Vikings. High in the air, going to the left side, dug out by Zellner. Hit over, dug out by the Vikings somehow again, and keeping it alive, going to the back row, having to make St. Ambrose scramble. Now going for the kill attempt, tipped at the tape, kept alive. Here to the near side, going for the kill attempt, hard cross court. Oh, dug up in the air by Buss. It'll be freed over by Zellner. Vikings on offense, near side, flying in, it's down! Loretta Tisch ties it at 24. Timeout. St. Ambrose Academy Guardians. 24-24. Vikings needed 3 to send it to extras. I guess they're not going to call timeout. I could have swore they said timeout. That was a substitution.
Oh, substitution, not a timeout.
I thought
referee mistake too.
Yep, that was the official mistake. Saying nope, that was on me. I don't know. That's kind of a bad error there.
Well, it happens.
Here's a serve back row. That's a service error.
That's not what you want to do.
And that right there. 25-24. St. Ambrose with another set point. Pecatonica, they need to get back into it. Their fans need to be into it. Isabel Vargas to serve, 25-24, set number 2. Her serve is over, taken back row by Orloff. High in the air, near side, flying in, blocked, kept alive by the Vikings by Orloff. Near the net, far side, kill attempt, and that will be down. Point, Ashley Buss. Point, St. Ambrose. Set number 2 goes to St. Ambrose, 26-24. We'll be back after this timeout on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are here at 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. I'm John Satterley with Arena Satterley. Thank you for joining us in tonight's matchup being brought to you by our great sponsors, including Pecatonica Co-op Oil and the South Wayne Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Celtics fuel products will keep you on the go. South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Tri-State Directional Drilling, proud to partner with area businesses and communities to provide underground solutions at the highest standards since 2012. Tri-State Directional Drilling, Hollandale. Corkdown Saloon, outside of Blanchardville at Yellowstone Lake. Head to Corkdown Saloon for great times, great food. Follow Corkdown Saloon on Facebook to check out the daily specials and all the entertainment at Corkdown Saloon. J&R Underground, building tomorrow's utilities today. J&R Underground of Blanchardville for employment opportunities, and learn more at JRUndergroundLLC.com. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you the use of the equity of your home to do the things you want. Stop at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. Stats of the set presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena El Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Voted best of the best last year and many years before that. Go to dodgevilletacx.com for more information. 15-12, St. Ambrose had more kills than Peck. 16-14, St. Ambrose had more assists. 21-14, digs for Peck. 4 blocks to 2 for St. Ambrose. 2 aces for the Vikings, none for St. Ambrose. Both teams had 3 tip kills. 3 service errors for Pecatonica, 1 for St. Ambrose. Service percentage 96% for St. Ambrose, 88 for Pecatonica. That's our mid-match report, and that's being presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont. For all of your electrical needs, go to McNett Electric of Belmont. Conclusion of our contest, we'll have our Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show. Most Valuable Players sponsor presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center Bloomington, Tricord Turning Point, and Scrapper of the game. We start set number 3. Hit over and down point for Pecatonica. The kill by Loretta Tisch slid by the block for St. Ambrose.
She needs to be the fire starter.
Absolutely. Not much wiggle room left. That could be an ace, but no, kept alive somehow by Zellner. Now Pecatonica on offense, flying over the left hand. Dug out back row by St. Ambrose, going far side. Kill attempt. That will be on the back line. Tied at 1. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist. Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Serve for Ashley Buss. Take dugout back row, diving after here to the near side. Flying in is Brooklyn Mensch. He'll be taken by St. Ambrose in the middle of the court. They'll be hit back over and into the net. Rare error by Rosie Schell. It's 2-1 Vikings. I think she just got a little antsy on that one because it was so close.
Yep.
West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Ella Orloff serve. It's a low one taken by Zellner. Kill attempt will be dug out back row. High into the air near the ceiling. Kill attempt off the top of the tape and out. 2-2.
Aaliyah Harris had her body turned too much toward that sideline.
Absolutely.
So her kill attempt went wide.
Rosie Schell, the freshman, will serve. That will be a low line driver. It'll be dug out by Pecatonica, kept alive near the net, far side, the senior. It's going to be punched. That one kept alive somehow by Loretta Tisch. We're going once again. Tip kill attempt. Pecatonica on offense. Quick set going left side. That is on the line. Oh, they're going to say it was out. It looked to be on the line from our vantage point. 3-2 St. Ambrose. Glad you could join us at 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. High in the air here to the near side. That will be Brooklyn Mensch with the kill attempt now far side. It will be taken by St. Ambrose here on offense. It's Pecatonica going near the sideline. Shell will take it for St. Ambrose. He'll be freed over by Penny Shell. Quick bump set in the middle. Kill attempt blocked, kept alive by the Vikings, and it'll be freed over by Aaliyah Harris. Now St. Ambrose gathers, far side, kill, cross court is down by Penny Shell. She loves that extreme hard, one side to the other, and with her height, she's able to do it.
Absolutely.
And extremely effectively.
Yes, she is.
Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist of pros at Brian's. Get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. Lancaster set to the back row. It'll be punched over by Pecatonica. Now it'll be St. Ambrose along the tape, and a rare error by Penny Shell. Instead of jumping, she kind of did just a standing one-hander over.
Tried to do that sharp angle, and it rode the net and went down on her own side.
Now serving for the Vikings, Tatum Kirshner, 4-3. St. Ambrose with the lead. Hit over, dug out by Orloff. Bump now to from the back row. It's down. Loretta Tisch ties it at 4. On our shoebox scoreboard, it was 25-16 in favor of St. Ambrose first set. Second set, 26-24.
Kirshner to serve.
Pecatonica looking to come back and do a reverse sweep in the middle. It'll be dug out. No, it was not. It will be a kill by Penny Shell. 5-4 St. Ambrose. Claire Bank where their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clear Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. To serve as Grace Zellner for the Guardians of St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. High in the air, it'll be to the near side, it'll be blocked, kept alive by the Vikings, still keeping it alive, pushed over by Aaliyah Harris. Bump set, far side, kill cross court is down. That by Penny Shell once again, 6-4 St. Ambrose. Nice matchup brought to you by Community First Bank. For you and the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference with Community First Bank. CFbank.com, member FDIC. Serve coming up for Grace Zellner. She just waltzes up and low line driver. That was a rocket. Now it'll be a quick set. Going for the tip kill was Aaliyah Harris, dug out by St. Ambrose. Blocked by Aaliyah Harris. Vikings within 1, 6-5. Applied Micro is your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville. AppliedMicro.biz. On the serve, that's Brooklyn Mensch. Taken in the back row, now here to the near side. Hit into the net by Penny Shell. We're tied at 6. Coal Acres Golf and Grill, Cuba City, coalacresgolfandgrill.com. Highland State Bank of Highland. Check them out, highlandstatebank.net. WCC Brands, Custom Apparel and Kieler at WCC-brands.com. St. Ambrose with a bump set here to the backside, going to the back row and kept alive, but unable to get the ball up. A lift is going to be called. 7-6 in favor of St. Ambrose. Breckler Insurance Group, for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Penny Shell now will serve the jump serve from the back row, taken by Orloff for the Vikings. Going cross court, and that looked like she reached over.
Yep.
And it will be 7-7. Vikings catch a break.
That was a quick call by the referee.
It was, but again, there I saw the hand go across myself.
And I think both referees called the same thing.
Yep, and you have Coach Lisa Shell basically saying something here too, but I was like, hey, it went over.
She's just getting clarification.
Not
complaining, she's just getting clarification.
Nope. Yep, absolutely, but also too trying to stop Pecatonica's momentum. That happened earlier. Kill attempt, dug out by the Vikings, and that will be a lift.
Yep.
8-7, St. Ambrose.
Lila knew it as soon as she touched it.
So that's 2 times now that we can say that momentum for the Vikings was able to be stifled by an official error, because calling timeout but not calling timeout. And then right there, slowing down momentum that Pecatonica is having.
Well, that was an official error.
Well, I'm with the timeout part, not just what happened. And that will be hit wide and out, point Pecatonica. We're tied at 8. I'm saying last set where they called timeout.
They were questioning, whether or not there was a tip. Nope, that was an easy call.
Yep. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM, Lancaster, Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena, a Queen Bee radio station. 8-8 is our time, or is our score at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the last night of Daylight Time. Turn back the clock tonight. There'll be a kill attempt taken by the St. Ambrose Guardians, freed over by Penny Shell. Now the Vikings going on offense. Here to the near side, flying in and tailing it. Oh, Loretta Tish just flew out of nowhere. 9-8 in favor of Pecatonica.
Now that's poetry.
That's what they need right there.
Absolutely. Coach Slimgan excited, and Coach Tish excited by that too.
It's almost like this is what we need right here.
Got their first lead, right?
Yep, sent over, high in the air, kill attempt, and then it'll be
into the net.
In the net.
Number 1.
Rosie Shell, it's 10-8. Pecatonica now leads. Keep in mind, Pecatonica was up 2-0 on Thursday. Came back and took 3. Then they lost 2 in a row before winning set number 5. They know what it's like to have to watch a team come back. Sent over, dug out in the back row by the Vikings, here to the near side. Sent to the back row, and just deep by Loretta Tish.
And those errors are going to kill you every time.
Melby Funeral Home and Crematory Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at Melby Funeral Home and Crematory Platteville. 10-9 in favor of Pecatonica, set number 3. Vikings trail the match 2-0. Low line driver, high in the air, standing 100, sent over by Loretta Tish. Now far side, that looked very awkward, but kept alive by the Vikings. Tish again, hitting the back row, hits off the ceiling, kept alive, but it will be down. Point for Pecatonica, up 11-9. Let's go with a shoebox scoreboard update.
Mensch back in.
So Newman wins set 2, 25-18. That match is tied at 1 apiece.
That's Highlands won it, right?
Yep, and that's going to be an ace for the Vikings. 12-9, Pecatonica timeout called by St. Ambrose Academy. Pecatonica gets on their feet as St. Ambrose has to call a timeout. We will keep it here and remind you that McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric, Belmont. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. At Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Law Office's local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices, Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Need funds fast? A buy local loan from Wisconsin Bank and Trust allows you to use the funds for any purpose. Replace a broken water heater or upgrade your furniture. Funds are typically available within 2 to 3 business days. Visit WisconsinBankandTrust.com to get started today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Pecatonica on the serve after the St. Ambrose timeout. Now the Guardians will keep it alive, and a lift is going to be called on St. Ambrose, and I'm baffled. I didn't see that.
I did not either, but
I'm baffled.
we're baffled by something they didn't call, so.
I think we're just baffled to be baffled.
Well.
They'll be high in the air right in the middle of the court, kept alive by the Vikings. That looked like a lift on the Vikings. They aren't going to call that one. High in the air, far side, kill is down. Give that kill to Ashley Buss. The spike makes it 13-10 Vikings. Set number 3.
And she'll serve.
Here's a serve taken by the Vikings. Near the net, flying in and hitting it into the net was Brooklyn Mensch. St. Ambrose with 2 in a row. Now they're within 2 at 13-11. Serve over. Taken by St. Ambrose. Now the St. Ambrose will go on the far side. Tip kill attempt. Vikings were ready for it, was Mensch. In the back row, going over, dug out by Zellner. High in the air, cross court kill. Vikings were ready for that one from Penny Shell. Now going to the back row, dug out by Buss. Far side, Penny with it again. Near the net, Vikings will be Mensch and down. 14-11. This is the Viking team that people are used to seeing. Serve is taken over. Shell with it, high in the air, back to her, and that will be wide. Point for the Vikings. 15-11. Pecatonica leads set number 3.
This is the point that's most dangerous for the Vikings now, because Orloff has served more than any other Viking player tonight.
So now St. Ambrose, far side. Penny Shell with the kill attempt, dug out by the Vikings. Near side, off the top of the tape and down. Brooklyn Mensch gets the kill, 16-11, Pecatonica.
Loretta Tisch coming up with some huge digs this evening, but we've seen her play the libero role, so that's not surprising.
Serve over by the Vikings, now going to the far side, kill attempt, blocked! Oh, they finally blocked Penny Shell. 17-11, the Vikings up by 6 in set number 3.
And I think that was Kirshner that got that.
I think you're right. 5-6 versus 6-1. 5-6-1 out on that one. Now Shell has a little bad hit. He'll be freed over. Vikings on offense. Near the net. Quick set. Block kept alive by Orloff. Now it'll be from the back row. Going for the kill attempt into the net by Kayla Dasher.
That back row again.
Yep, 17-12. 17-12 in favor of Pecatonica in set number 3. They trail the match 2 sets. Now that looks like it was going to be deep, but they kept it playing it. Now going to the back row, floating. Now St. Ambrose gives
Close
one
enough
back.
to play.
High into the air, kill attempt, and that is down. The spike by Penny Shell. 17-13. Peck's lead has been shaved to 4. Rosie Shell now will serve, and that was hit way off by Loretta Tisch. 17-14.
Even if that had gone up, I think it would have been a lift.
Yep, that was just right there, letter high, where it's
Awkward.
just you can't. Yeah, you're in one of those. It's one of those tweener places. Now Orlock, quick set, tipped over, kept alive by the Vikings. High in the air from Tisch. Will go over to Tatum Kirshner, kept alive, blocked to the net, going for the tip kill, taken by Grace Zellner. Hard kill, oh, that was going to be way long, and it was played by the Vikings. 17-15, Pecatonica up by 2. Timeout called by Coach Melissa Schlimgen. Timeout. Pecatonica, they still hold a 2-point advantage, 17-15 in set number 3, but they trail the match 2 sets to none. Tonight's matchup on 97.7 Country. WGLR being presented to you by Mountain City Bank's Total Line of Credit. They allow you the use of the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. Also presented to you by Southwest Health. They have over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. We'll have your Tri-Court Turning Point, Hermson's Ace Hardware Most Valuable Player, and your Scrapper of the Game presented to you by West End Salvage during the Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-match show, which for most Vikings fans, you hope that will be a little longer to wait. That is going to be a point for Pecatonica falling on the line. 18-15, Peck really needed that one.
They did. Good job by Kirshner.
Just to kind of stop that quick mo. That quick mo went to St. Ambrose for a moment. Running jump serve for Pecatonica near the net, far side. Penny hits it too long. Penny Shell hits it deep. 19-15. Pecatonica now up by 4 in set number 3. Maybe Pecatonica just holding on to everything. Digging after it is Zellner near the net. Will be pushed over. Dug out by the Vikings. Now freed over by Aaliyah Harris. Near the net, high in the air, going to Penny Shell, tipped at the tape, kept alive by the Vikings from the back row, hit over by Loretta Tisch, and it's down! Right in front of Ashley Bush. She almost seems stunned that it went back toward her. It's 20-15 in favor of the Vikings.
Or expected more behind it. More stank on that one that didn't quite muster
A
out there.
little more what?
A little more stank on that
Little
one
more-
than it happened.
Yeah, wait. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I think that's what she was expecting, and it didn't quite
Agreed.
pan out
And
that way.
That
would
was
have
a
been
deep
long.
one. It's going to be near the net, and it'll be
Lift.
a lift on St. Ambrose. Peck up 6, 21-15. 4 more points to send it to a 4th. St. Ambrose side has gone quiet here and later on in set number 3. Short serve, dug out by Zellner, flipped over, now Vikings on it. High in the air, it'll be a kill attempt on top of the tape. It's down! Point for Leah Harris, 22-15. I see, okay, I see what happened here. So you have Coach Lisa Shell. She tapped her board to call timeout. So she did that last time as well. That's when the officials thought she was calling timeout. Service dug out, flying in, and down is Penny Shell, 22-16. Vikings lead is 6. So with Coach Shell, it looks like she was calling timeout because she kind of did that when she was looking for a substitution.
I think she was calling for a substitution.
And
that's a symbol to her team, not to the referees.
Right, but she looked at the referee to do that too. So again, that's where it looks like to me. A little bit of a miss hit by Pecatonica. They'll just free it over. Now St. Ambrose on offense. Far side, Penny Shell blocked at the tape. Flipped over, diving after it are the Vikings. Hit to the back row. Taking it out is Buss. Far side, Penny Shell going for the tip kill. Tip to the tape, kept alive by the Vikings. High in the air, flying in. That's going to be down by Brooklyn Mensch. 23-16, the Vikings. We are at Barneveld High School on 97.7 Country WGLR. Sectional championship matchup in Division 5. That's off the top of the tape. It will be dug out somehow by Penny Shell, but it will be down. It's going to be set point Pecatonica. Vikings fans are all on their feet here in Barneveld. Brooklyn Mensch to serve. In the air, taken back row by Zellner. High in the air. Penny sends it over near the net, going for the kill. It'll be tipped around in the back row, freed over by Zellner. Now the Vikings on offense, going to the kill attempt, and it should be blocked. Loretta Tisch kind of ran out of real estate on that one.
Yeah.
But it was blocked back in her
Shell
face.
kind of blocked it right back into her face.
Yeah, Penny Shell, she's kind of good at that at 6'1".
She is, yeah.
She is an amazing athlete. As she will serve. Set point number 2 for Pecatonica. They'll be near the net, flying in. Kill attempt, dug out. Here go the St. Ambrose. Tip to the tape, dug out from the back row, and we free it over. Now St. Ambrose quick at the net to the back row. Now the Vikings have it near the net, near side, kill attempt, down! Point Vikings, set Vikings. 25-17. The Vikings will send this to a 4th set. We'll try to take a timeout on 97.7 Country WGLR. As you have unification with St. Ambrose and Pecatonica singing Sweet Caroline here at Barneveld High School. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley. Let's take a look at our stats of the set presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena L. Satterley CPA. Offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Go to DodgevilleTax.com for more information. Peck had more kills, 13-9, more assists, 10-8. 18-10 with Diggs, 6-3. St. Ambrose had more blocks. Both teams had 1 ace, 1 tip kill for Peck, none for St. Ambrose. No service errors for either squad, 100% service percentage. Those are your stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. Back with set number 4 after this on 97.7 Country WGLR. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley on 97.7 Country WGLR. We're going to a 4th set. I was just asked, want 2 more? Why not have 2 more? I got nothing else better to do. I'd love to see it. What we know, we are seeing a set number 5 after Pecatonica, or set number 4, excuse me. 25-17, Pecatonica took set number 4. Set number 3. I'm getting 1 set ahead of myself.
Yeah,
right?
just a little bit.
Day late, dollars
short.
Hey, day late, dollars short. But hey, this is my second game today. I had UW Platteville football being their public address announcer this afternoon.
That had to be exciting.
Yeah, 21-14. the victory for the Pioneers over UW Oshkosh Titans. Now Pecatonica trying to have a massive comeback victory. Tip, kill attempt, dug out by the Vikings. High in the back set, kill attempt, that's down! Kill by Brooklyn Mensch. And
Nice set by Tish.
I really have to say, I think she has to be looked at as one of our scrapper of the game. Because she has come up.
Might be your MVP, John. I don't know. Tish could be your scrapper.
Well, we'll debate that one. How does that work?
Yeah, it works.
Well, I think we know that those two have been so major for this team. That's going to be a point for St. Ambrose. Rosie Shell in the middle of the court spikes it for 1 apiece. Trends? There are no trends. Pecatonica has gotten the first point 3 out of the 4 sets, but they've won 2 out of the 3. So
They've lost 2 out of 3.
you get my point. They won the first point 2 out of 3, but they lost 2 out of 3. But there's no rhyme or reason. To the back row, St. Ambrose now going on it far side. Kill attempt on the cross court by Penny Shell. Here for the Vikings. Down the line. Brooklyn Mensch again. 2-1 Pecatonica. Shoebox scoreboard update. Newman wins set number 2, 25-19. Now leading Highland 2-1. As we've seen the theme with Division 5 volleyball, that the schools up north especially are exceptional at volleyball in Division 5 for the private schools. Cross court, that's going to be on the line. We're tied at 2. Again, it's just an observation. Catholic Central over in Burlington has been so good for so long. Wausau Newman, yes. We saw Claire Emmanuel Lutheran years ago.
Yep.
Now we're seeing St. Ambrose. Just a lot of really good teams that just so happen to be private. Blocked at the net, kept alive by the Vikings. They'll be freed over. Now St. Ambrose wanting it back as Penny Shell tipped to the tape, and it's going to be a point for St. Ambrose. They lead 3-2. They lead the set 3-2. There we go. I'll get it said right one of these times.
We know what you're trying to say, John.
See, you've been around me 20 years. Of course, you know what I'm gonna say. Everybody else, it's still a translation period.
I think there's enough people that have listened to you that they have a pretty good idea what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's true. High in the air, Penny Shell for the kill attempt. Right there, digging out, it's near the net, and it'll be kept alive by St. Ambrose. I have to free it over. Now Pecatonica going on offense. Set here to the near side. Flying in. It's going to be down. Oh! Was it tipped? No.
Nope.
They're going to say it was just deep by
No, I
Brooklyn
don't think
Mensch.
it was tipped either.
4-2 in favor of St. Ambrose
Just
Academy.
a tiny bit too hard.
Just a rare hitting error for Brooklyn Mensch, what she's done today. It'll be a kill attempt. That's going to go down for Aaliyah Harris. 4-3, St. Ambrose advantage has been shaved to 1. Fenimore falls tonight, 3-0.
Would they play?
Get that in just a moment here as there's a dug out the serve. Zellner near the net, and as a point for the Vikings. We're tied at 4 apiece. Blair Taylor.
Harris has to be careful because she was almost over the net again.
Blair Taylor defeated Fenimore 3-0.
Okay.
That's what it was. Serve taken by St. Ambrose Academy near the net, flying in, and it's going to be down as it was tipped. The kill attempt by Penny Shell will end up a point for the Guardians. 5-4 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. To serve, Grace Zellner for St. Ambrose Academy. Here's the serve over. Taken by the Vikings. Here to the near side, standing one-hander over, tip to the tape, kept alive. They'll be toward the net and down. It's a point for Pecatonica.
I don't know what Peck was just going on about. But
I don't know. Yeah, they were almost stopping play. Unless they were saying they thought it was a lift.
Maybe.
Regardless, until you hear a whistle, you keep going.
That's right.
Serve over by the Vikings. High in the air, the back set. Kill attempt to the back row. Vikings will dig it out. Bump set near side, going to the far side, and it'll be just wide. Right idea by Loretta Tish. 6-5, St. Ambrose with the lead. Here in set number 4, St. Ambrose won the first 2, 25-15, 26-24, 25-17, Pecatonica won the last set. That's a service error. It was 6-6. That one's still going. maybe not, but
Keeps going
it was-
and going and going. It's like an energizer serve.
just keep going and going and going and going. And it's now serving. Beautiful short serve. That's an ace. Give that one to Aaliyah Harris. 7-6 in favor of the Vikings. McKeon's Landscape Service, specializing in lawn care and softscape services. So don't let the snow slow you down this winter. High in the air, far side, blocked by the Vikings, kept alive by St. Ambrose. It will be from the back row, one-handed over. High in the air, Vikings having to chase it near the end line for basketball. Now will be freed over behind the back. Now taken by the St. Ambrose Academy on the far side. It'll be blocked, but it will go out. Point for St. Ambrose. We're tied at 7. McKeon's Landscape Services, you can count on them for fast, reliable snow removal all winter long. Check them out online, on Facebook. Make sure you talk to my buddy Tyler. He will take care of you and your property. 7-7 your score. It'll be hit off the top of the tape.
Yeah, that was not.
Hey, Pecatonica tried to keep playing, saying, "Oh no, it was blocked." And,
No, well, they didn't hear the whistle right away.
hey, I would have kept doing it too.
Yep.
Tyler McEwen, who's a starting pitcher when Pecatonica went to states, and then also broadcast partner with me last basketball season on South 78 Radio. As it'll be high into the air, far side, going for the tip kill, kept alive by the Vikings with a block. Now it's a whole bunch of tipping at the tape. High in the air, near side, nice tip kill, dug out near the net, kept alive. A lot of play at the net. Backstep going too deep.
Lila.
Right idea by Lila Schlimgen. 9-7 in favor of St. Ambrose because everybody had crouched in almost all within that 10-foot
Yep.
line.
Yep.
Now serving is Anna Rice. Set high in the air near side. Tip dug out by Zellner. High in the air, deep. It'll be taken by Orloff for the Vikings here to the near side. Going forward, and that's going to be kept alive. Dug out by St. Ambrose, freed over. Everybody wants to lift on the Pecatonica side. Here near side is going to be a tip kill attempt. And down. That's a point for Loretta Tisch. She just kept right after it. 9-8. St. Ambrose lead is 1.
That's the senior leadership and tenacity.
Oh, she definitely has tenacity.
Absolutely. Runs in the family.
Saying she's fiercely competitive, I don't know which is more fierce or competitive. Dug out, kept alive by St. Ambrose. Now the Vikings just going for a flip it over. High in the air, kept alive as it goes as an overpass. Now to the back row, the Vikings take it. Now setting it up, far side, kill attempt. It will be kept alive by the Vikings here to the near side. It will be Tisch, and it will be blocked by Rosie Schell. It's now 10-8 in favor of St. Ambrose. Corktown Saloon in Blanchardville is a place you need to head on down to for great times and great food and great entertainment. Corktown Saloon. Check out their Facebook page for all the daily lunch specials and entertainment as well. Going far side for the serve is Isabel Vargas. It'll be punched around and freed over by the Vikings. Really close to the net, kept alive. Oh, and it's going to be too deep.
It would have been in anyway.
Kayla Dasher, she needed a couple more inches. It's 11-8 in favor of St. Ambrose, set number 4.
Back a step or two, she would have been better positioned to receive that.
Vikings were trailing 11-8 and 12-7 at this point when they lost their first 2 sets. They were leading 10-9 at this point. Vikings need a point here to get that side out. Bump set here to the near side. It'll be going cross court, dog out, kept it alive, and it'll be freed, standing one-hander over and down. Out of control was Penny Schell, but it still went over, and she looked at her bench going, "Did you get that one?" Because that was just the unreal, and timeout's going to be called by the Pecatonica Vikings. Trailing 12-8 in set number 4, trailing the match 2-1 on 97.7 Country WGLR. with Arena Satterley on John Satterley on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 12-8 in favor of St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. Backflip will be punched around and sent over by the Guardians. High in the air, near side, going for the kill, and it's down off the top of the tape, and then landing harmlessly on the ground. Loretta Tisch with the kill. 12-9. Vikings now within 3.
Tisch on the serve, Mensch back in.
That's the student section you're hearing for St. Ambrose, who have definitely made very well represented here on this trip to Barneveld. Bump set by Pecatonica near the net, going with the left hand, and that was too close to the net as Brooklyn Mensch really couldn't do anything with it without going into the net.
Too close.
13-9, your score in favor of St. Ambrose. The match being led by St. Ambrose Academy, 2-1. High in the air near side, Mensch with the kill. 13-10, Vikings within 3. Thank you for listening wherever you may be. I know a few people are tuning in at Goodfellas, Rachel and Ray's. Like I say hi to our good friends there, to Ray and Rachel, also to Jason over at Goodfellas. Hope you guys are enjoying this one, as that's going to be a point for St. Ambrose. Penny Shell, if this score holds, is definitely the MVP for St. Ambrose Academy.
Agreed.
She is so extremely talented. Taken by the Vikings in the back row, going for the kill attempt. It'll be hit over here to the near side, but it will be kept alive off the top of the tape. Dug out once again, that by Loretta Tisch. Here to the near side, Brooklyn Mensch will be blocked. Point, St. Ambrose. Vikings trail 15-10. Here's a trend for you. They trailed 15-10 at this point in the first set, the second set, when they lost those sets. And that's an ace, unable to handle it, as Ella Orloff. 16-10, Vikings trail by 6. Serve is a floater. Over now, flying in, going for the kill attempt, was Aaliyah Harris, taken by St. Ambrose. Dug out on the kill attempt at the tape, kept alive, and it'll be down for the point for Pecatonica. That one just seemed to take the right bounce for Peck, and no other way to really describe it.
No, that had the makings of a tip, back and forth.
It absolutely did. Absolutely. Serve over. That's a low one, but taken by Zellner, their libero. Flying in, tip, kill is down. That by Penny Shell.
You know who else has been impressive tonight for St. Ambrose is number 7, Monica Spies.
Okay.
She has tonight 10 blocks.
Oh, yeah. One of those, I don't want to say unsung heroes, but there's your defense.
Right.
High in the air for the Pecatonica Vikings. They'll be tipped to the tape.
Almost every time that you've said block, right, Ambrose has been her.
There you go. Kill attempt by St. Ambrose. Now here near side. Going for the hard kill. That is Brooklyn Mensch. And it'll be freed over by Zellner. Now Pecatonica on offense. Quick set is going to go way too deep by Aaliyah Harris. 18-11. Timeout. Pecatonica will take it as well on 97.7 Country WGLR. Country WGLR from Barneveld High School, the WIAA Division 5 Sectional Championship. St. Ambrose Academy Guardians against the Pecatonica Vikings. set number 4, 18-11. Pecatonica has just used their final timeout of this fourth set. They need to get something going. To the back row, taken by Bus. High in the air, far side, kill, dug out, kept on the Pecatonica side. It's still alive, and going over the net. Oh! Blocked by Penny Shell.
I think Coach Shell is saying that was close.
That looked like she went over the net.
It did.
But there again, it's just my observation.
Right. We are not in the blue shirts.
Yeah. Well, I am in a blue shirt. Just
Not in the referee's blue shirts.
From the back row, tipped to the tape, kept alive by St. Ambrose, far side. Hit too hard by Penny Shell. It goes too deep. 19-12. The Vikings trail by 7. This is the moment for the run. And serving, who's done a really superb job this evening, serving too, Brooklyn Mensch. That'll be going into the net is Penny Shell. She tried to get cute, and she doesn't get it over the net. It's 19-13. Vikings trail.
Somehow I've got
6.
an extra serve in here somewhere.
That happens. Zellner will take it. They'll go cross court by Penny Shell. The Vikings bump set from the back row and down by Loretta Tisch. 19-14.
Oh, I found it. I think it was that timeout. I had it marked before they took the timeout and then marked it again.
That's easy enough to do.
Got it.
Nice matchup brought to you by Tri-State Directional Drilling. Proud to partner with area businesses and communities to provide underground solutions to the highest standards since 2012. Tri-State Directional Drilling, Hollandale. Serve by Mensch. Taken near the net, back set, kill attempt on the top of the tape, dug out, but Vikings will be sent over. Vikings still alive. There'll be a back set. St. Ambrose hitting it over. It didn't look well. The Vikings wanted it to be a lift. Nothing called near the net. Tipped at the tape. Kept alive by the Vikings. Here near side. Tisch. It'll be hit in the air. Kept alive by the libero Zellner. Near the net to the back of the row. Taken by Mensch. Now Tisch. Back row. Taken by... that looked like a lift as well. Letting him play. Near side. Tisch. Kept alive by St. Ambrose. Long rally here. Kept alive by Orloff. And confusion. But kept alive and down. Down for the Vikings. Point. Pecatonica. 19.
Who hit that last one?
That last one is Ella Orloff.
That's what I thought. Okay.
She hesitated. She did it out of desperation.
Too late for the substitution.
That could be a tri-core turning point. We'll have those in your post-match show. Back bump set, cross court, dug out by Kirschner. Near the net, there'll be Tisch. It's a tip kill. Vikings on a roll. 5 in a row to pull within 3. 19-16. St. Ambrose, their lead has been shrunk to 3. He'll be taken by Penny Shell. She wants it back, punched over. Kept alive by Orloff, and miscommunication for the Vikings. You had Lila Schlimgen
and Tatum
right
Kirschner.
there. Both of them right there, and they
Both
couldn't.
are setters. One's got to call the other off.
And that stops a really good rally by the Vikings, too. And now serving Penny Shell. Shell serve, knuckleballer, taken in the back row, bump near the net. That'll be off the top of the tape after the kill attempt by Loretta Tisch. Scrambling after it, St. Ambrose gets it back over. High in the air, Tisch again. Just deep.
Yep, I agree.
Vikings fans, they were hoping for a tip. 21-16. Vikings with no timeouts remaining. 4 points for St. Ambrose with their MVP, Penny Shell, serving. Near the net, it will be point St. Ambrose. I think that was a lift. 22-16.
Pass was too close to the net.
They might not have called it a lift, but everybody seemed to stop playing right after that.
Wow.
Shell serves, back row.
Picking
near
on the
net.
freshman.
Coming up, it's going to be a tip kill attempt. Somehow punched out of there by Bus. Now Pecatonica once again, and near side, Tisch, tip down. 22-17. Timeout going to be called by St. Ambrose. We'll take it as well on 97.7 Country WGLR.
Oh, my legs.
Back to Barneveld High School at 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Timeout was taken by St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. They do lead 22-17. Pecatonica on the serve. Aaliyah Harris to do the honors. Taken back row by Bus near the net. Freed over by Bus. Confusion for Pecatonica near side. It'll be cross court on the hit by Tish. Near the net, freed over once again. Peck once again going on the offense. Near side, Tish with a left hand. Taken by Zellner. High in the air near the net. Tip kill on the line. 23-17 in favor of St. Ambrose, who are 2 points away from the Resch Center. St. Ambrose fans are all getting on their feet, which means we're going to have to as well to be able to see the action.
It's okay, I'll stretch my legs out a little bit.
Right. To serve and a Rice. St. Ambrose taking their time. Well, they're talking with one of the Pecatonica coaches, which would be
they
Brett
hadn't been
Tish.
given the go-ahead yet.
Gotcha. Set up here. It'll be Tish going cross corner. Oh, that looked like a lift. Not called. It'll be from the back row off the top of the tape. Dug out by the Vikings. Here to the near side. Tish for the kill. Attempt. Dug out by St. Ambrose. Near the net. Tip kill attempt. Here come the Vikings. Near side. Tish again. Tip kill. Perfect timing for that. Near the net. Kept alive by the Vikings on a miss hit even. And now St. Ambrose on it. High in the air. Pushed over. Kept alive by the Vikings near side. Loretta Tish, back row, dug out by Rice. Bump set, and it'll be freed over. Pecatonica going on it. Orloff, near side. Tish! That is out, not tip. Match point for St. Ambrose Academy Crusader Guardians of Madison. Substitution coming in. Isabel Vargas serving will be.
Initially, she subbed for the wrong person.
24-17, 2 sets to 1. St. Ambrose with the lead. Looking at rotation right now. The official.
I think they're just checking it.
Yep. They're double checking.
All is good.
Serve, Rice, deep, no, it's going to be down, point, set, match, sectional championship. St. Ambrose Academy Guardians of Madison defeat the Pecatonica Vikings in 4 sets. 25-16, 26-24, 17-25, 25-17. St. Ambrose Academy of Madison Guardians are going to the Resch Center in Green Bay. We'll take a quick timeout and be back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR.
Before we start the medal ceremony, first, congratulations to both teams on excellent seasons. So the Pecatonica Vikings, please come to the sports table as I read your name. Number 1, Ella Orloff. Number 2, Brooklyn Johnson. Number 3, Brooklyn Metch. Number 4, Lila Schlingen. Number 5, Chase Hirsch. Number 6, Caitlin Jornby. Number 7, Tegan Grunfelder. Number 8, Aaliyah Harris. Number 9, Jenna Kirshner. Number 10, Loretta Tisch. Number 11, Kayla Dasher. Number 12, Tatum Kirshner. Number 15, Leah Dasher.
13's after 12.
Number 14, Isla Jornby. And number 16, Avery Webster. Congratulations again to head coach Melissa Schlingen and the Pecatonica Vikings on a fine athletic season.
So the Pecatonica Vikings, they fall this evening in the sectional championship to St. Ambrose Academy Guardians, 25-16, 26-24, 17-25, and 25-17. Your post-match show, which is being presented to you by Reeves Wealth Management, Edward Jones. That will be coming your way in just a moment. Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Cunard's Main Street Market, your small town grocery store, the Big Heart. Shop Cunard's in Blanchardville and follow them on Facebook to see their specials as Cunard's Main Street Market. Also, there's your last chance to join the holiday crew at Land's End. Time is running out to grab a flexible, fun job that fits your lifestyle and boosts your holiday budget. Don't miss out. Apply now at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs. Land's End, where flexibility meets fun. We'll take a quick time out and be back to Barneveld after this on 97.7 Country WGLR.
Number 12, Felicity McNair. Number 13, Anna Reese. Number 14, Ashley Buss. Number 15, Audra Engelhardt. And number 17, Mia Gallimore. With head coach Lisa Shell, please come to the table to collect your sectional champion plaque. Congratulations to the St. Ambrose Academy as they head up to state tournament next week.
St. Ambrose Academy Guardians defeat the Pecatonica Vikings 3-1. Also on our shoebox scoreboard, Wausau Newman, they end Highland season 3-1, and Blair Taylor sweeps Fenimore 3-0. Officially, we'll come back with your post-match show presented to you by Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones after this timeout on 97.7 Country WGLR. 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, where this evening the Pecatonica Vikings season comes to an abrupt end to St. Ambrose Academy of Madison. 3-1, 25-16, 26-24, 17-25, and 25-17.
You say this though, John.
Yes.
The Six Rivers did not get swept by St. Ambrose.
They did not, no.
Both Barneveld and Peck took them 4 sets.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, now it's our post-match show presented by Reed's Wealth Management at Edward Jones. Let's go ahead and go with our scrapper of the game first. It's time to name the West End Salvage scrapper of the game. It's a player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out and tried to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. And I think at this level, I think it's only appropriate to name one for both teams, because both teams have those types of players. First, for the sectional runner-up, Pecatonica Vikings. Again, you can kind of go so many different ways, but I would have to go with Brooklyn Mensch as the scrapper of the game, because every time she came up to the net,
she seemed to spark something every time.
Every time. Her serves were just they were there. The rotation was almost, I don't want to say perfect, but were most optimized when she was serving. And when she would come up to hit the ball, I mean, you've got somebody, if you look at it in the roster sheet, 5'4" freshman, and she was laying waste to that ball.
She had 14 total kills.
Right.
13 regular, 1 tip kill.
Right, and she was not hitting it with any weak sauce either. She was giving a little extra. So you'd have that for scrapper. And I think the scrapper for St. Ambrose Academy could be a couple of different players. I'm thinking truly, I'm personally thinking the libero Lily Zellner. Who are you kind of looking at yourself?
Well, she did have 8 digs, but Ashley Buss was the dig leader.
Okay.
She and Penny Shell both seemed to do hit coverage very, very well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Then again, how am I going to argue with you for one? But for two, you're exactly right.
It doesn't do you any good to argue with me, John.
No, I've known that for 20 years. Trust me, I've known that. But those are your scrappers of the game, presented to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. Tricord Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you or your family and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance. Raina, there's really not really a big moment for a turning point, because it seemed like St. Ambrose really did have this match, other than losing set number 3, pretty much in control. But it seemed like one part that you could have looked at it was at the end of set number 2 when Barneveld had tied it.
Pecatonica
Pecatonica had tied it. Yeah, we're here in Barneveld, so yeah.
Points, yeah.
Right,
I'd agree with that.
but there was like that faux timeout, where it was just because of, again, anything that Coach Shell did wrong for St. Ambrose Academy. She didn't do anything wrong, but the official thought it was a timeout. So Peck was getting the girls to wind down for a timeout. Said, no, get back out there. And that kind of really seemed to mess with some timing. Now, if that doesn't happen, and say it was a legitimate timeout, you give your allotted time, maybe Pecatonica wins that set, maybe they win the 3rd set, and maybe we're talking a 5th set right now.
Maybe.
Again, we don't know. There's always a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas, but that's why I would look at that moment as a tricourt turning point, because once St. Ambrose took a lead in any set, they held it. Well, Pecatonica really didn't come back. Set number 3, Pecatonica really started pulling away. There was no one big moment that was like a aha moment.
Right.
Does that make any sense? I know I don't make a lot of sense anyway, but you get the point. There was no aha moments that really stood out, other than that one that really just happened at the most inopportune time. Again, human error, that's all it was. There's no blame to anybody. But again, that did kind of seem to kind of give a little hiccup to the momentum that the Vikings had at that moment.
Right.
Okay. Penny is? Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. So it looks like we're going to be talking.
Ask her if she's playing next level.
There we go. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about our most valuable players, presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware Home Center in Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Loretta Tisch, I give the MVP to Pecatonica, and we're going to be talking to the MVP for St. Ambrose Academy. Penny Shell will be making her way up here in just a moment. 27 kills, 5 tip kills. Again, she just had a performance that truly a next level player. She reminded me a lot of an Ashley Bruhlman.
Sure,
if you're looking at
size, the talent.
We go the conference wise, and Jenna Salsa too. Don't get me wrong, but those type of players that had the height, the athletic ability, the athletic ability, and somebody who just absolutely dominates when she takes the court, and she is that good. And honestly, Penny Shell, I have to say, is that player.
Yeah, I would agree.
So we're going to be talking with her in just a moment. She is actually on her way up here right now, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. On the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Go right ahead, whoever wants to take it first. And who do we have first?
Lily Zellner.
Lily Zellner, congratulations.
Thank you.
How about this one? Hey, hon. My scrapper of the game. So I called it. She's up here at MVP. It's almost like you knew. Congratulations on winning the sectional championship. What does this mean to you to be able to accomplish this being a senior and know that the road does not end here? The road truly does lead to the Resch Center.
Yeah, it's truly just so spectacular, especially because this is our first year as like a team for our own school.
Wow.
So just the fact that we've already made it this far, I feel like it's paving the way for the rest of the volleyball seasons to come. Like, it's just such a great starting point, and that's what I feel so happy that I get to be a part of that legacy.
And you have only 3, starting a culture, starting a legacy, with only 3 seniors. 2 of the 3 are up here. Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. But the third set for you was not a good one. Pecatonica showed the fight that they've had. What really kind of impressed you playing against this Viking squad, that maybe you saw something similar when you played Barneveld on Thursday, the same gymnasium, but something that you were like, I can almost prepare for that, and made you well prepared to face this Pecatonica team this evening?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, we talk about this all the time. It's really hard to end team seasons. So I think we felt that a lot in the third set because they were fighting to keep going. And so I think acknowledging that and acknowledging that we had to be the ones to take control and we had to be the ones to initiate the takeover. And I think that was just, once we got that through our heads, then that's the same thing with Barneveld. It was pretty much the same. But then once we got that in our heads, then I think we locked in and we got it done.
Well, I appreciate it, Lily, for having you come up here and join us. Congratulations to you and your Guardians. And you know what? Why not? You're already, you said, first year for the Guardians on your own.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're up there, why not bring home some more hardware?
Exactly.
You're already there. Why do you just go up there and go, I'm happy to be here? Don't be happy to be there.
No.
Just bring home the whole thing.
Yeah.
By the way, Newman Catholic will be there as well. They defeated Highland 3-1 as well.
Sounds good.
I haven't seen the rest of them, but that was another game we had on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. So again, it seems like some private schools are up there. You got some competition, but you know what? To be the best, you have to beat the best.
Yeah.
And you went through the 6 Rivers East to get there, which 2 out of the 3 teams in the top 5 in state. You know what? Just win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Lily Zeller, the libero for St. Ambrose Academy Guardians. She is our scrapper of the game, presented to you by West End Salvage. And now our most valuable player, Penny Shell. Congratulations, Penny, on a great win.
Thank you so much.
Tell me, okay, so first question is, we were debating, talking about, how exceptional of an athlete that you are. I don't care if you're a fan of yours, team, or anything. Watching you on the court, you stand out. For one, I want to commend you on that. 2, are you playing anywhere next year when it comes to volleyball? Or have you committed to any colleges? Is that something you want to do, or just haven't looked that far ahead yet?
I have not committed. I am really just basing my college decision on the academics or the Newman Center. So I'm really just seeing wherever I land. If I can play there, that's great. But I've really just remembered that I play this game for fun. So if that means playing with a team or just playing intramurals, I'm just gonna do what I can and may not be like the best team in the world, but any volleyball is volleyball. And so
Yeah.
I've just accepted that this year and just really embraced it. So
Has anybody looked at you? Have you had any colleges talk to you?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a few. But
I just say if nobody's talked to you, like what people are not seeing what we're seeing. You know, an exceptionally talented athlete.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
why I wanted to ask
Thank
if you
you
had
so-
committed
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah.
And to talk about that play too, because you're able to seem to be in the right spot. You know, you serve very well. You know, you're able to utilize your height and athletic ability to just go above the net. How much are you able to utilize that, especially that hard cross court you like to get to that people really cannot plan for?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just think it comes from playing a lot of volleyball. I mean, I've been playing since 5th grade, so I'm really just a veteran in the sport. And so year by year, there's like new things that I'm able to do. Some things I'm still not able to do, but you just climb a little by little. And so this year, I think I've really just learned how to be consistent. My mom, Coach Shell, has really helped me with that. So yeah, just being consistent is something that I've learned this year a lot, which is good.
So you're playing on the same team as your mom's the head coach. Your sister is a freshman on the team.
Yeah, Rosie.
We talked about, she had the most serves actually, Rosie did. But we were talking about family since we were here for Pecatonica because the head coach is family to us.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so and her daughter plays on there and having that connections. With the connection for you, we're going to kind of end our broadcast like this too with family. What has it meant for you and to do this with your sister, with your mom? Now you said the first year of the program to bring home a trophy right now, a plaque that says sectional champions, and you get at least one more week of practice, one more week to maybe bring everything home.
Yeah, it's truly been just the most special thing I've been a part of. I mean, it's really just been my dream. Like, I'm just so thankful, and I'm just undeserving of this, honestly. It's so special to be able to play with my family. The rest of my family comes to every single game, and so it's really just, it's a family sport, and it's a lifetime sport, so everybody can participate, and it's just been so special. And I'm really just so excited to see Rosie grow in the next few years with her athletic abilities and her teammates, because we do have a relatively young team, so I just think that this start of the legacy is just the thing we need to push off of.
I am going to dispute you on one thing that you said, and that is that you're undeserving of this. I would say you're completely wrong on that because it looks like you have worked extremely hard, that yes, you have talent, but you don't take it for granted. You go out there, you don't take your opponents for granted, and you lift up the rest of your team, and they look at you as a leader. So undeserving, I think, you can build yourself up a little bit more too. And I mean, there's being humble, and then there's trying to deflect it. Don't be afraid to be like, you're right, I do deserve it. Just a wee little bit.
Yeah,
but
well.
when your team is doing that well, now you're going to state. That obviously means your leadership, your teammates' leadership, with Lily. That is what's gone on. So that's the one thing I will say. That's the only thing I'll say. But you are so much fun to watch. I can't wait to watch state and watch you play.
Thank you.
And congratulations. It's definitely my honor and privilege to be able to watch you and call your game here tonight.
Thank you so
and
much.
You know what? Just go ahead and win the whole thing. So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. That's Penny Shell, tonight's most valuable player, presented to you by Herms's Ace Hardware, Home Center Bloomington, Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. We'll be back with more of your Reeves Wealth Management Edward Jones postgame show with final stats and more on 97.7 Country WGLR.
Oh my gosh.
As we wrap up our broadcast in our volleyball season for the WIAA from Barneveld High School with Arena Satterley. I'm John Satterley. Let's take a look at your final stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena L. Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Go to dodgevilletax.com for more information. Set number 4. Pretty balanced when it goes statistically, even though the score wasn't as balanced, 25-17. But you had 10 kills to 9 for St. Ambrose.
Well, the reason it isn't as balanced is because of the errors.
Right, but
we're not going to talk about those.
Yep, 9 to 9 when it came to assists. Both teams had 17 digs, 4 blocks for St. Ambrose, 1 for Peck, 2 aces for the Guardians, 1 for Pecatonica, 3 tip kills for both, 1 service error for St. Ambrose, none for Peck, 96% serving percentage for St. Ambrose, 100% for Pecatonica. Now let's go with the final team totals. St. Ambrose led in these first 2 categories, kills 47-40 and assists 43-38, which actually is not that far off. Digs 75 for Pecatonica, 57 for St. Ambrose, so Pecatonica was able to get after a lot more. Blocks, here's where that height comes into play, 22 for St. Ambrose to 7 for Pecatonica. Both teams very well, 4 sets, 5 aces for each. Both teams had 8 tip kills. Both teams had 4 service errors. Service percentage, 96% for St. Ambrose, 95% for Pecatonica. That is what you want to see at a sectional championship. As seeing service percentage that high, it was truly earned on the court.
Absolutely.
Leaders for Pecatonica. Kills leader was Loretta Tisch with 20. You had Kirshner. That was Tatum. Tatum Kirshner with 29 assists. You had Loretta Tisch with 19 digs. Aaliyah Harris with 4 blocks. You also had Loretta Tisch with 4 tip kills, 3 aces, and then you had Tatum Kirshner with 21 serves to lead Pecatonica. For St. Ambrose Academy Guardians, it was Penny Schell with 27 kills.
She said that's what she had in Barneveld Thursday night against Barneveld too.
You had Grace Zellner with 36 assists. You had Ashley Buss with 18 digs. One player that you were really impressed with tonight, Raina, was Monica Spees. She had 10 blocks. She definitely had a great match here tonight. Penny Schell with 5 tip kills. You had Rosie Schell with 1 ace, and Rosie Schell had 25 assists. That's your serves. Excuse me. That is your final stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. We'll wrap up our broadcast after this 1-minute timeout on 97.7 Country WGLR. .97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tonight, your final score, 25-16, 26-24, 17-25, and 25-17. St. Ambrose over Pecatonica this evening. That will wrap up our Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones post-game show. I'd like to say thank you again to all of our sponsors for being on, especially for Pecatonica, McKeon's Landscape Services, Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart, Tri-State Directional Drilling, Cooners Main Street Market, Cork Down outside of Blanchardville, on Yellowstone Lake, JNR Underground, Bitech Resource Management. Of course, all of our all sports sponsors. We still have more sports coming your way. Still getting everything panned out for WIAA Level 3 playoff football. That will be coming your way next Friday night. We still do have volleyball on the stations of Queen Bee Radio. On Extreme 107.1 coming up on Tuesday night, Rain and I, we will be in Eastland, in Lanark, for the Galena Pirates. As they are in sectional play, they will be against Aurora Christian. The pre-match show will be at 5:30 with first serve at 6 p.m. That will be on the X, Extreme 107.1 and X1071.com. Of course, congratulations and good luck to St. Ambrose Academy as they will go to the Rush Center and play 9 a.m. on Thursday morning. And we'd be amiss if we didn't honor the seniors who just played their last game in the Pecatonica Vikings uniform. Brooklyn Johnsrud, Chase Hirsch, Tatum Kirshner, and Loretta Tisch. They get to say for the first time since 1994 they brought home a regional championship and made it this far. 31 years, and I don't think it's going to be another 31 years for Pecatonica to make it back there. 4 seniors that are leaving, 2 of them with major playing time. Pecatonica is bringing a lot of talent back. So with the leadership of Melissa Schlimgen as head coach, DJ Schlimgen with helping to build the middle school, this Pecatonica program is going to be one that is going to be formidable in Division 5 for years to come. I'd like to say thank you once again to all of our sponsors. Thank you to, Rob Spangler, RJ Osterhaus, Tyler Dictanis, all of our Queen Bee Radio sports team, Johnny Page, everybody behind the scenes, all of our sponsors, all of our listeners and viewers on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for so much for letting me and my wife come into your homes and entertain you for a few minutes with our commentary, maybe some sappy jokes, bad jokes, but really just going with it, just narrating what young ladies and young guys are doing on the field or on the court. It has been such an honor and privilege to be able to do this, and thank you to Jen and everybody at the station for giving me this platform and opportunity to do that. Once again, your final 3-1, St. Ambrose Academy Guardians over the Pecatonica Vikings. For Areta Satterley, I'm John Satterley. The preceding has been a presentation of Queen Bee Radio Sports on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and 97.7 Country, WGLR on WGLR.com. Have a great evening, and thank you for listening.